I am connecting with someone who is moving on after being in an absolute haze. Blocked, blurred, confused, abused, stunted, imprisoned, handcuffed, arrested, locked up, in ICU. Stabbed, wounded, violated, disrespected in major ways, absolutely stunned. There was something that was meant to be amazing, beautiful, gorgeous, really lift your life up, really bring beauty, positivity, healing into your space. Change your life, something you manifested, something you dreamed of. This was meant to be it. You showed up, you went for it, and it went absolutely left. And as a result, you had to enter the darkest period of your life, potentially, a battle between dark and light, evil and good. And sometimes you learn that the heroes in the story and the ones that make it to the top are the evil ones. I want to talk about the evil ones so much in this reading. I want to talk about the dark lighters that we don't really identify. The unsung heroes are the ones that you don't see, the ones in the background, the ones that are quiet. You decided to be a sung hero. I want to be out there. I want to make change. I want to be seen. I want to be heard. It's not giving ego. It's giving pride. I know I'm worthy. I want more. I. Could have been going through a lot of I am affirmations, preparing yourself for this massive change. Looks like a big business deal. It looks like CEO, sponsorship. It could be a massive issue in the office. Stay with me, I'm getting mixed signals, okay? So not only am I getting AA sponsorship, so somebody could have fallen off the wagon and gone back to drink or drug or alcohol, right? Slurring my words as I say that, stuttering and slumbering here, feeling drugs, drink and alcohol energy coming through in my clear senses, yeah? Someone could have even shown up to AA drunk. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about that. And that is a cry for help if someone did. So don't be ashamed. There's no judgment here. Sometimes I'm mean on this channel, but that's not something to be mean about or judge. So please feel safe here with me today. We're going to go through the CEO story as well. I'm going to generalize it, but I see at least two of you going through unique stories. Someone could have shown up to the boardroom drunk, yeah, to a really important executive meeting, absolutely stoned, wasted, high. Either way, there's been a real difficult situation here, and you are not the lightest person in the world, I'll say that. Not the most positive. I'm not going to say you're like namaste, bending over backwards to help other people. You're not doing charity every night and day. You're not doing light language and worship in the trees. But you are a sorcerer of kinds, yeah? And you exist between light and dark. You have spiritual gifts. You speak to the other side. Whether you know it or not, you channel and you receive higher level information. Something's come into you, really, really important intelligence. And as a result, that was a shift for you to try this new thing, yeah? It was a new get up, I want to say. So a new outfit. I'm getting new makeup, a new way of doing things, okay? So you went to an event or either way, it's different for all of you because I said there's that alcohol story. Something led to you showing up to AA drunk. Something led to you being high in the most important board meeting of your life. Yeah? There's events here and it's like, fuck, I screwed up majorly because of what I went through. And I haven't seen everybody else in this situation and what they're saying yet. We're going to dive into them. But if you're feeling regretful, embarrassed, ashamed, humiliated, like you've just been sucker punched in the mouth, you could have got into a fight outside a nightclub, I see as well. Yeah? Got into an absolute drink, drug binge. Got someone else pregnant unexpectedly the night that you went out. There's a lot of surprise events is the point. You weren't expecting this to happen and you went for it. You were feeling like a hero in the moment. And as a result of it, boy, has it kind of blown up in your face. And now we're looking at your life changing drastically forever because of this. And actually, spoiler alert, the outcome's gorgeous, so don't worry, okay? Let's deep dive. The first card out is the past energy, and it's the Wheel of Fortune. So the Wheel of Fortune is coming out here, and it's saying, you've already locked in. This was destined. The Wheel of Fortune in the past position here is screaming destiny, and that this was a fated event. So don't worry, okay? Someone's having a baby because of this. Someone's now got a lot more support at AA because of the fact that they crumbled in this way. Someone's leaving their old job or getting a new one, or getting support from the team because they're absolutely wasted in front of them. There's support, right? You are seen and you are loved and you are supported for who you are. And as a result, there's this network and this coming together and this love and this honor. Like, you will kind of be honored and loved and respected for how much you've been able to own your reality, own what you've been going through. So don't be ashamed of it, okay? With the TV tarot decks that we're using today, it comes out with the Heroes card, and that's our Eight of Cups. So it forced you to walk away. The Hangover card is the sun card, right? Everything looks glossy and great, but suddenly the sun's out shining in your face, and now you've got a massive fucking tan that you didn't mean to have, and you're baking in the Vegas heat, right? And that's the sun card and the Eight of Cups. You were forced to walk away. That was the Wheel of Fortune from the past. You were forced into this situation. It forced you up and out of whatever you were in. I can't believe I'm using alcoholism and drugs as an example here, but God's going, you were going to fall off the wagon eventually because of how much pressure and burdens you put on yourself, because you're generally not happy. Harsh thing to say, but stay with me as I say that, because now you get to really heal. Now people get to really see. And loads of people who do suffer with addiction or low mood or upsets and these changes in life, we go through ups and downs, you know? This could be someone who's, I wanted to say might have several baby mums, but I don't even get that. I get someone having a child for the first time, and you really never thought you would just have a child suddenly like that. I guess you wanted to be in a relationship longer, you wanted to plan it, you wanted to have more money, but someone is seeming to get pregnant, or metaphorically speaking, there's a new birth, there's a new beginning, and it just kind of happened because you were thrown into it. You were forced to walk away from something because the door was closed, and as the door's closed, you've only had one way to go. You've got to get off the corridor, the other door's there. You had no alternative but to go that way, right? It's like being enticed into drink or drug, and I know you wouldn't want to blame someone else, but suddenly someone's blown smoke in your face and suddenly you've inhaled it and now you can't resist. Someone's offered you a cigarette, someone's given you alcohol by accident and you're back drinking, and it's a journey we all go through, right? Sobriety is nice when you can say you're 30, 40 years in, but that's not something that happens overnight, is it? Clearly. Yeah, so time heals all. So in the present moment, we've then got the Three of Cups, and it's a celebration. It should be joyous. It's interesting because the initial cards coming out with the Heroes card and the Hangover cards, that's my action card. The action that has occurred is the walking away with the Heroes card. Walking away from trying to be perfect, trying to be good, right? So you've walked away from trying to be good and trying to be perfect, and you've leaned towards what you think is evil, but it's opened the door for you into a realm that you're destined to be in. So now I guess your opinion's got to change about dark and light and what is or isn't evil, because the challenge is now with the Hangover card, that's in the position of obstacle, challenge and mission. This is your mission now. It's your mission to see the sun, because this is the sun card in tarot, to see the sun for what it really is. It can burn the fuck out of you if you're not careful, but it can also light the way. So you see how you're tiptoeing between the two. Fascinating energy. And the fact that the present moment is Three of Cups, that's celebration, that's rejoice. There should be a celebration here. This is what I get in my head as a vision. I am clairvoyant, so I'll share it. And there's an intuitive message here. You've been going to AA for years, for weeks, for months now. However long it is, you've committed to showing up to AA and getting your coin every time and speaking about your journey. But you weren't okay, and you were broken internally, and there was no real healing occurring. You were just physically showing up. But this time you go to AA, you're absolutely blackout drunk, wasted. You're staggering all over the place. You've knocked the donuts off the table. You've looked at everyone and said, what the fuck are you all looking at? Opened the coffee pot, threw it across the fucking floor, screaming for vodka, screaming for drugs, flipped the table, knocked someone else off the podium when they're speaking and said, it's my fucking turn. Guess how many days I'm clean? Right? Fucking 0. Yeah? Do you guess what happens after that? Guess what happens after that? Every single person in the room sees you. Every single person in the room has been you. Every single person now knows exactly what you need, and you have never in your life been loved and supported to that degree, because in that moment you were free. And that's difficult to talk about today in regards to spirit and drugs and drink, because as a spiritualist and light worker, we embrace spirit. Spirit's really important to me. Mind, body and spirit. We use spirit all the time. If I didn't have spirit in my life, I don't know how I would cope. Yeah? And some of us go to the bottle for that spirit instead of it being the Holy Ghost. Instead of it being love and light. Instead of it being light language or light transmission. We all have our vices. That's the point. Now everybody sees you. Knows you. You can remove your mask. There's no airs or graces. You've gone through probably the hardest part of recovery. Is accepting that it isn't just showing up and smiling and acting like you're okay, but actually falling to your fucking knees and struggling to get up again. And that's happened in the past, because the present's a celebration of it. And even more beautifully now, as we move into the future aspects of the situation, it's the Page of Pentacles. You're starting with something really stable, and I don't want you to think that you're just starting anew, because you're not, because a page is really strong. You're not Ace of Pentacles, you're not Two of Pentacles, you're not 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 or 10. You're a court card, you're a doer. Yeah? You're a page. You're prepared to show up and look a little bit more inexperienced, to get this right, to do the work, to heal, to prosper, to grow. It's gorgeous. It shows growth in you. It shows integrity in you. It shows humility in you. It shows your ability to let go of ego and pride. It lets go of that need to be perfect. Do you remember the days when you were addicted and you couldn't even speak about your addiction? It was a secret and you would hide it. You would drink and no one would ever know. Yeah? Loads of different addictions out there as well. Eating, drinking, drugs. Food addiction is closest to me, because I could just eat my way through anything. Especially because I've stopped drinking alcohol and cigarettes as well in my own journey. So giving up smoke and drink just for a cleaner way to live and do what I do with you guys on that line and use spirit in a healthier way hasn't been easy. Because now I eat and I'm up 2 stone. Because I've removed my other vices out of the way. Do you see, we bounce around vices trying to find the perfect one that keeps us aligned. Yeah? I've got a lot of work to do on myself in regards to being fit and healthy. And not using food as a vice. And it's also hard when you need food to live. Supposedly, actually, fasting's great. But you become comforted by your vice, you know? Let me just have a smoke. Let me just have a drink. Let me just eat something. Let me just have a snack. Yeah? That's how it starts. And it progresses and progresses. So as we move forward, the interference around you Six of Swords is coming out. That's talking to me about your ability now to move through this, not in the mind frame of I fucked up, I've made a mistake, everyone's going to be talking about me, everyone's going to be seeing this, everyone's going to be thinking and feeling this and that of me. I don't get that from you, but I want you to know the interference is anything low vibrational that stops you from moving on. I made a mistake is the point, yeah? So when you get all of those thoughts in your head, that person, this person, I did this, I made a mistake. I am healing. That was a past choice. I'm getting through this. I'm getting stronger every day. I'm rising above this. I feel better already, you know? Like, what, obviously it has to be genuine, but those kind of terms and that kind of language is the healing methodology, yeah? Then we move towards the sound, the frequency and the vibration of this conversation today. And that's 7 of coins, 7 of pentacles. Go slow. Take it easy. There's no rush. You are building a healthy, prosperous mind, body and soul. You are repairing your spirit internally and externally. And for some of you, your relationship with spirit. How beautiful is that? How beautiful is that? The sound, the frequency and the vibration is go slow, be patient, forgive yourself, one foot in front of the other. It's not even one day at a time, it's one foot in the other. Consider yourself on this recovery journey now as someone who's learning to walk again. And all you've got to do every single day at physio is let them help you put one foot in front of the other. That's to just take one step. It may take you all day to get that one foot to lean forward and get in front of the other. But we can try every hour just to move that toe. We've got to start with the toe. We've got to start flexing the heel first. We can go as slow as we need to go to get you where you need to be. There is no rush, okay? Your greatest asset here is the sun. Sun card twice for you. And we started with it in the challenge position. A mission, challenge, obstacle with a hangover card. Not the greatest sun card we have out of all the sun cards. In this deck with the TV tarot, it's the Hangover movie. You know, have you seen the start of the Hangover movie? Go and watch it. That's what you've gone through. Have you seen the series Heroes? Go and watch that. That's what you're going through, right? The light and dark, the memories, the fog, the haze, being roofied, confusion, the whole shebang. Go and watch those TV shows and movies. But the sun coming out as your asset is you are seen now. You are lit up. You are bright. You are loved. You are cared for. You are honest. You are integritous. You're free. You're free, darling. You're allowed to be you. Go and prosper. Go and sing. Go and dance. Go and own it. Yeah, whatever it is, it's you. How about that? I think there's been a time in your life where all you wanted to do was be authentically you. And it used to make you blue that you couldn't be that version of self. Now you can. Now you're allowed. And I know it's intimidating because there's so much elements of you that you weren't expecting to be seen and that you were expecting to look bad. And now you're not quite as perfectly squeaky clean as the others. And there's this line about what is good and what is evil and what you do or don't say and how many days you've been clean and sober and how good or not good you are. But there's this pride that comes through, and I want to speak about the divine. I want to speak about God, and someone's coming through to me, but it feels like an ancestor, but it feels more like a representative for your personal mission. Like it gives me Freya. I don't know if you know who Freya is, from the, what deck is that? I'm seeing the image in my head. It's the Keepers of the Light deck, I think. Archangel, Ascended Masters kind of energy. You've got a real important spirit guide. She's giving me Celtic energy, pagan energy, and she's really helping you move into a new phase of life. A really, really important new phase of life. And she's there. So open up and allow yourself to talk to and connect with this ancestor. If they're ginger and you actually have a ginger ancestor, then it would be them, yeah? For some of you, it will be someone that you know that is a feminine, that either has red hair, that they dyed red, or has ginger hair, because now I'm getting that clearly in vision. But if it isn't that, it's an archangel, a spirit guide, a totem, an image. Someone's going to come to you guys. That's what I've just been told. Someone is going to appear to you in a dream. Someone is going to appear to you at the end of your bed. Someone's going to pull up beside you in the car, right? Don't be alarmed. You will be parked in the car park or on the side of the road, and someone's just going to appear to you in the seat next to you. They are showing up to me as a white person, a feminine with potentially ginger or red hair. They are is it Gaelic? Is that the right word? They're giving me a lot of information also about the 9, about the 7, about different dimensions that they're traveling through to come to you. Some of them, this is alien. Yeah, so we have loads of different spirit guides. They come from many different realms. Some of you are connecting with such higher vibrational entities. You're getting a new guide to come in and assist you with this. They're really fun. They're really bubbly. They're really loving. They're really kind. They're really alternative. I can't tell you who this spirit guide is because I've never met them before. I don't even know what realm they're from. And they're so ethereal and light. They're coming from a brand new dimension for you. You have a very unique destiny in line with working with this soul. They reminded me of how I opened up and started to work with Kalimar specifically, and Kalimar came to me at the end of my bed and initiated me into this new world of change, and that's when my clairvoyance really took off and I really became this seeker, this guiding light to others also. So I'm sharing that with you because there's a journey you're about to go on and you're meant to have fun. I see you in the sun. I see you talking to this guide all the time. Yeah, don't be shy, don't be embarrassed. Every now and then when you're out and about, if you're a real hermit and you're not around anyone at all, you're going to have this guide with you practically all the time and you're going to practically see them. Some of you, this is a passed on relative. Some of you, if you see them clear as day, like literally, you're going to feel like they're one of your really good friends because they literally are alive so vividly in your clairvoyance, whoever this is for, and they're literally walking with you. You're going to the beach, they're with you. Could even be a lover passed on. A lover from a past life. I can't pin it down. There's so much variance in the reading and in the vision I'm getting. But it's gorgeous because I see somebody walking with an absolute spirit entity. Just chilling with them. And it's mad cute. It's really genuine. It's loving. It's kind. It's all these beautiful things. And I don't know what it's... Who cares? Who cares? In my head, I get someone walking down the beach in full-blown conversation with this spirit, and it's just you and the spirit, but it's as if you're friends with them. So it's that deep. So it's a situation of, I guess, if anyone's around, we don't care. Let's all wake up, clairvoyant people, please, because let's just start talking to our spirits anywhere we're at, and we'll just talk to them in the middle of the supermarket, and we'll talk to them while walking down the beach, and everyone's just going to stare at us in full-blown conversation with the spirit, but the spirit's making jokes and the spirit's giving us insight, and we're in deep dialogue with the spirit. Mind your business. Okay? That's what I'm getting, and I'm not encouraging all of you. No, I am. I guess I am. Why am I being a pussy? Don't be fearful of the truth. We are clairvoyant and we do see, you know. But normally when you see spirit, you go, all right, someone's over there. Won't say too much to them. Okay, I wonder if they're going to be around when I get home later. I wonder if they're going to come through. Do I need to open up a channel? Do we need to do a seance? Who on earth is that? But in your instance, they are full-blown there. Practically a full-blown human alive, but they're spirit. They're not alive. Or they're inside someone you love. Someone you love that you haven't seen in years is coming back into your life, and you're going to see a spirit guide around them. Or they're exuding a higher level spirit that you didn't know they could have. And maybe you could be even getting back with an ex, potentially. I haven't seen that in the card, but for one or two of you, I see potentially a returning of a lover that now becomes your best friend. You may not be getting back together, but you had union in the past to a certain degree. So now you have deep-rooted communication. Whoever her guide is, your guide is. Or you see this person from the past, and now their spirit guide or their sister or their lover, there's a connection. The spirit guide are tethered to this person, if it is a physical person, is connecting you to the other side. Yeah? Someone's connecting you to the light. It's fascinating. Because this is spirit. This ginger, redhead energy is spirit. But there's now someone, for some of you guys, tethered to them, that is making the connection so solidified and strong. Now you know it's true, it's real, right? couldn't be more real for you than ever before. And that's because you went through this journey. Embrace it. Share more in the comments, and I'll be back soon with more. Love and light.